we proclaim Christ crucified. We proclaim Christ crucified. Paul, in the second reading, says, we proclaim Christ crucified. But before then, the sentence is a consequent clause of a contrary introduced by but. Says, but we proclaim Christ crucified. The beginning of the sentence is, Jews demand signs, and Greeks look for wisdom. But we proclaim Christ crucified. Christ crucified. The word crucified is properly a Latin word. Crucifigere. Crucifigere. Now, coming from cruz, crucis, and which is cross, it reminds me the old rugged cross. So I cherish the old rugged cross, till my trophies at last I lay down. I will claim for the old rugged cross, and exchange it someday for a crown. It is a contrary to what the Jews and the Greeks are demanding. Who are the Jews and who are the Greeks? The Jews were the contemporary of Jesus, the background of Jesus when he was in the world. This is not the first time they are demanding for sign from Christ. In fact, in the gospel, you had it in the gospel, they asked him, show us a sign. In Matthew chapter 18, they say also, what sign can you give us? Signs, wonders, miracles. The Jews. Who are the Greeks? The learned, the origin of philosophy, rationalization, pure reason. Our faith, my faith, doesn't depend on sign. It doesn't depend on wisdom. So I cherish the old rugged cross. We proclaim crucified Christ. It was contrary to them because the Jews were even waiting for a Messiah, a political Messiah that will redeem them from the clutches of the Roman government. And when Jesus came, he continued to announce that I am going to Jerusalem to die. The Son of Man will be handed over to the chief priests to be crucified. They didn't understand it. As a matter of fact, after the resurrection, you recall the two disciples going to Emmaus. One of them said, we believe he was the person to redeem us, and he was crucified. Jesus, in his infinite majesty, continued to tell us the sign, the ultimate sign, is Jesus crucified. The ultimate sign is Jesus had reconciled us to the Father through the crucifixion. In the gospel, he continued to announce, going to Jerusalem, that the sign am I giving you is that the Son of Man destroy this temple in 3 days, and I will rebuild it. And they were the people that were still looking for signs, looking for wisdom. What is he saying? Is he talking about these blocks and bricks we did for 46 years? And the crucified Jesus, the person Paul says he is talking about, and we are talking about today, has a desire for you and for me, has an expectations for you and for me. And the expectations, his desires for you comes from the first reading. The introduction of the first reading says, I am the Lord your God. You don't have any other God except me. Monotheism. One God. One. And in one God, in Jesus Christ, we have the embodiment of everything we are looking for. It's not you come to church, you are looking for a particular thing. No. Like the Jews who are looking for signs. Like the Greeks who are looking for wisdom. When you read the second reading down, she says, for the power of God and the wisdom of God, but for those who are called Jews and Greek alike, Christ is the power of God and the wisdom of God. You have to cling to the old rugged cross. When you cling to the old rugged cross, and that is the Christ crucified, you will see sign. You will see wisdom. But it's not for you to say that signs and wisdom will precede your faith. No. It doesn't work. You will go home disappointed because you will not see it. If you don't believe in the person that will give you a sign, if you don't believe in the person that will give you a wisdom, even if wisdom or sign comes, you will say, as a matter of fact, when Jesus cast out demon, the people that say they are looking for sign, and they say, oh, he cast it out from the power of Satan, Beelzebub. So the ultimate is the crucified Jesus. And I said before, his desire for you and for me is coded in the first reading, the 10th commandment. The 10th commandments, as they were in the beginning, they are now, and they shall be, or they shall be. None has been removed. And what does it mean? The standard from where we evaluate our actions and our attitude. There should be a standard. And such standard is what also happened in the gospel. Jesus came, the money changers, those that are selling and buying. He said, no, this is not the standard. The church will be evaluated. Today we have a contemporary those who sell oxen cheap in the temple. The emergence of technology in the church. I think I read in one of the churches in New York, it says, God may be calling you, but he's not calling you through your cell phone. It's before the church door. But so many people, even the electors who remind us, please switch off your phone. Who are you telling? Maybe by mistake or mistakenly, but you have people who are bold in error, with boldness in error. Their phone will ring and they will bring it out in the church and begin to say, hello. Boldness in error. God may be calling you, but he might not be calling you through your cell phone. We proclaim the crucified Christ, who is the embodiment of wisdom and science.